Do you need to come in on this side? You made me out of your way. Here. Oh, I'm going to lose. I'm going to break myself.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's sectional final in Division II matchup between the homestanding Fairland Dragons and the visiting New Lexington Panthers. At this time, please rise for the playing of the national anthem. Now your lineups. First for New Lexington. Number 33, Jaden Allen. Number 2, Brianna Doling. Number 18, Soraya Taylor. Number 3, Phoenix Williamson. Number 30, Kim Kellogg. Number 1, Bella Chevalier. Number 14, Kylie Fink. Number 12, Abby Wilson. Number 40, Kaylin Torres. Number 6, Addison Wachinski. Number 27, Georgia Burkhart. Number 21, Caroline Dupler. Number 20, Mackenzie McCoy. Number 4, Alexandra Powell. And number 44, Jalen Allen. Head coach is Coy Dennis, assisted by Lacey Betson, Luke Shively, and Emery Clark. Now the lineup for the homestanding Fairland Dragons. Number 5, Madison McKinley. Number 6, Tegan Leap. Number 7, Bree Allen. Number 20, Kylie Bruce. Number 22, Sierra Lyon. Number 30, Raylan Chapman. Number 9, Kaylee Salyer. 00, Allie Shepard. Number 4, Katie Dehart. Number 27, Katie Pruitt. Number 12, Katie Bell. Number 16, Jordan Spencer. Number 15, Haley Sammons. Number 1, Issa Talaferro. Number 8, McKenna Black. Number 2, Aubrey Hayes. Head coach, Dickie Hayes. Assistant, Mark Hayes. And assistant, Kevin Jarrell. Tonight's officials, behind home plate is Mr. Steve Jenkins. At first base is Mr. William Jordan. And at third base, Mr. William Price. Yes, play ball. All right, I'm joined tonight by former Dragon softball player, Miss Sika Lewis, or Sika Greger. Sorry, she was Sika Lewis when she was in school. That's what most of you will know her by. It's Sika Greger. She's also our middle school coach, and she helps out with our little league teams down at the younger age. Her daughter, Braylon, is playing for her down there. And also Miss Ann Clark. Now, she won't be on the speaker tonight with us, but she's here beside me running the school board and helping out. She's also our middle school coach. Sika, it's been a couple years since you've been in this situation, playing for any type of real championship at the high school level. What can you tell us a little bit about what it was like playing for sectional championships for Mr. Jim Bailey?
Man, I mean, playing for Jim Bailey was just something different all on its own. Great coach, great man. I honestly can't say that I ever looked at a sectional game different than any other game. I was never nervous. Kind of went into it just thinking like I thought every game. I mean, give it your all, and we never made it that far. I think we got past sectionals my junior year, and then that was it.
You know, that's one of the things that we talk about a lot here in the athletic department, whether it's basketball, it's volleyball, it's football, whatever. And the big thing is, it's just focus. It's just another game. You know, even though it is a championship game, this is another game for us. So up to bat is Short. That's her last name. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Jalen Allen. She's a shortstop. First swing there was a foul ball for a strike. You know, Kaylee Salyer's on the mound, Sika, 500 strikeouts. That's an impressive career in just 3 years. And also it's impressive for her not only to have 500 strikeouts, but the fact that she's got 500 strikeouts, and her first year was kind of affected by COVID, so we were kind of cut short on those things.
Right. To do it in 2 seasons is super impressive.
Yeah. Yes, it is impressive. We also got Katie Pruitt at shortstop. Katie is approaching the 100 hit mark. Another goal in 3 seasons. That's extremely hard to achieve. Burkhart up to bat now for New Lexington. She's a left-handed batter. Swings at the first pitch. Ball on that pitch. As we go around the outfield, you want to tell us who's in the outfield? Left, center to right for Fairland?
In left field is Haley Sammons. Haley's a junior, is that correct? Yep. Haley's a junior. Out in right field is Jordan Spencer, also a junior. Sophomore. Jordan's only a sophomore. Wow.
Jordan's only a sophomore.
And then in right field is Aubrey Hayes as a freshman.
You know, and that's one of the things there you were talking about as Kaylee gets another strikeout. It's hard to look at these girls and say, oh, freshman, sophomore, because it seems like they've been playing so many daggone ball games. And then, of course, you coaching them at the middle school level. But, again, Jordan is just a sophomore out there.
In there for strike one. Watching Kaylee grow up and just how she's progressed throughout the years. I mean, I remember watching her pitch when she was 9, and to now, it's just been incredible to watch her journey.
Yeah, like you said, her mom Ashley was up here last week. We were talking a little bit before the game. We were waiting on Portsmouth to get here, and the weather was a little bit nasty, so Ashley was standing up here with us, and she was talking about the journey that Kaylee's had. And she said, she spent a lot of time over the years with you, of course, and working on some things, and a lot of time with Nikki from 8, 9 years old all the way up through. She said, Kaylee really hasn't went to a lot of extra coaching or extra training that a lot of these players will go to on the side, and she's just kind of a self-made pitcher, and she's really good, has the opportunity to probably go play D1 softball as a pitcher.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, and that's what's most impressive is how much she's been able to do on her own and how far she's come just by hard work. I mean, hard work really does get you far.
2-2 count here on the batter.
That one's popped up.
Pop up. And Katie Dehart. Katie's played an excellent. It's the third out there for the Dragons. Katie's played excellent for the Dragons all year long at second base. Early on, the Dragons were kind of plagued by some injuries. Katie Dehart actually moved over to shortstop for a little bit. We had Haley Sammons move into third. Katie's another sophomore, young kid, has played a lot of softball here at Fairland and putting up some impressive numbers. As we're in between innings here, Sika, what are you telling you? I'm putting you in Nikki's shoes right now. You just went 3 up, 3 down. We got to get the bats going. What are you telling the girls in that huddle right there?
Do what we've been doing all year. I mean, they have not been shy up to bat. Their bats have been hot. They've been aggressive on the bases. I mean, nothing's different. To get 3 up and 3 down that quickly, I mean, now it's their turn. They get to take control early.
Allen on the mound. Allen's been pretty impressive herself. She's got several strikeouts and several innings. New Lexington comes in at 6, and I think they were 6-13, 6-14, like that. The record's not the most impressive. I'm sorry, Wilson, Abby Wilson. She's a 3-sport star. Again, the record's not very impressive, but they played some pretty good teams. John Glenn, who's at one point in time was in the top 5 in D2. They knocked them off there in the middle of the season. So they've played some good, stiff competition up there from where they're at. They're about 2 hours and 15 minutes from here. A good quality ball club, but still, you got to make that 2-hour trip.
Leading off, Kaylee Stallier.
What's those nerves like, Sika, there being that leadoff batter? I know that you were in that spot a little bit. What's your nerves like right now?
Oh, man, it's just the first pitch. As soon as the first pitch is out of the way, then everything else is just the same. I mean, as that leadoff batter, you've got a job to do. And, I mean, Kaylee's done a great job of getting on base all season.
Kaylee's she's done a good job getting on base. This year, she's been able to touch all 4 bases about 4 times or 5 times. I can't remember what the count is.
5 times. She's put up 5 now so far this season.
So, she's got even though she's a leadoff, she's got the ability to put one over there on the football field here.
I mean, that's what's fun. That's what makes her such a threat is she can get a bunt down and beat it out, or she can put it out, and they don't really know how to play it.
Right. 2-1 count. The 2-2 after the foul ball. Again, and like you said, we've had great opportunities this year. We've had a lot of base runners. I can't remember the exact stat, but I was doing them the other day for the league. I'm the OVC treasurer, and so I was doing some things for the league. And I believe the Dragons had outscored the league opponents. It was like 152-13 or something like that.
That's incredible.
Yeah, to only give up 13 runs in 14 league games is pretty impressive.
It is. It really is.
One thing I will say about Coach Hayes and her dugout, it's always been electric, and that's a fair ball. Sayers reaches on a single.
Oh, no.
Now up to bat for the Dragons, number 00, Allie Shepard.
Up to bat for the Dragons, number 00, Allie Shepard.
Allie's another kid that's had a lot of success. She's a power hitter for the Dragons. Unfortunately, she's had a couple little injuries. It's kind of kept her out of the lineup off and on this year, but still a pretty consistent player.
Yeah, when she's in there, and she's one that can put it out of here pretty easily as well. So.
Right. I believe the count is 1-1 here. One ball. I believe the first one was a ball, and it was a strike called on the inside corner.
That's a shot.
That's going to be
might stay
has
fair.
the ability.
That's fair.
Fair ball.
Right on the line. Kaylee's headed to third.
Kaylee's got to try to tag up there to make sure if the ball's caught. Allie's running full speed, and she almost passed her in the base path.
Up to bat for the Dragons, number 4, Katie D. Hart.
If you're hearing a little different voice there announcing it, we're joined by my youngest daughter, Ellison. This is Ellison's favorite job. She loves to come up and keep the scoreboard and announce for us. So you may hear me a lot of times trying to pronounce names for and those sort of things. So, but Ellison's up here helping us out tonight.
It was a nice dig by the first baseman.
Yeah. Katie D. Hart there. First pitch, puts it on the ground to the third baseman. It's a good play by them.
For the Dragons, number 27, Katie Pruitt.
As Katie comes up to bat here, Katie's going to Shawnee State to play collegiately. A good all-around hitter, good all-around player. I had the privilege of watching her 3 years. Her freshman year we lost for COVID, And I know she's a kid that you had the opportunity to coach a little bit, Sika. What's it like coaching Katie?
Actually, I never got to coach her.
Oh, you didn't?
I've just got to watch her play the last couple years, and she's just such an athlete.
We
got a little bit of a pickle, maybe.
New Lexington let Allie return. Probably a safe play there. Because if you throw to second, then, Kaylee comes
Chances
home.
are Kaylee's going to take off, yeah.
And so that was probably a smart play there. Katie Bell up to bat for the Dragons. Katie's a designated player, designated hitter. It's a little bit different for softball than it is baseball. I think it's called designated player here, whereas baseball is a designated hitter. Correct? Am I correct on that terminology?
Correct, yes. As in the designated player, well, they still hit. They're the ones that bat. Mm-hmm. But then the flex, does she do the flex?
No.
So then the flex is in the field playing defense, but how they can change in and out, that's something we're still trying to grasp. We put it into play this season in middle school, and I think every game I had to ask a rule because I was always kind of changing it up.
Katie's had two low corner strikes called on her.
Oh, nice play by the pitcher.
Yeah, great play there. New Lex, Dragons strand 2 in that inning. Had a great opportunity, had 2 in scoring position and no outs, and we hit 3 right straight to the infield.
Back to Elle being here and helping out, that's another one of my favorite parts about just this school and these sports is that we let the kids get involved. And Braylon and Edie, mine and Ann's daughters, they were up here all season running the scoreboard, announcing. They definitely are growing up in the sport.
Yeah, and that's one of the things, when I kind of took over, we talked about the little eyes are on you. And I talk a lot to our older kids about this. We had Little League night for baseball over here the other night, and that's one of the opportunities where we're letting kids just be around these high school kids and see what it's about and let them kind of mentor them a little bit. And Elle's been here about all season with me unless she's had practice or she's had a game. I've seen Braylon. Edie was up here one night with us. Edie left a lot of cheese balls here all over the press box. But, they've been up here, and to see them and to watch them, they look up to these kids. And we get to hear a lot of these kids. I hear Katie Bell, Katie Pruitt, Kaylee Sayers, and all those girls talk about how fun it is to have them here in the have them around them.
And we didn't get to have an experience like that. There was not the inclusion of being able to see what goes on here in the practices, in the games. Right. And it was more so we stepped in our freshman year, without knowing anything to expect.
New Lexington, Wilson.
Kaylee getting ahead with a first pitch strike.
We got a strike there on the first pitch.
That's 12.
2 strikes.
Abby Wilson has just been the leader, the powerhouse for New Lexington.
Yes, 8 home runs on the season. I believe I've seen earlier.
Yep,
on
8
base
home runs, batting
good.
.449 on the season with 27 RBIs.
And that's got to be selective. It's not like Kaylee can just kind of stand up here and just try to blow it by her. It's got to be selective pitching, whether are we throwing that high, are we throwing it low, those sort of things.
I'm sure they definitely did a little bit of scouting on her to know which pitches she's sending before they just throw to her.
Right. And that's one thing, this big strike out there. That's one thing with the live stream and stuff. Even, we've been doing it all season long, and a lot of teams have went up to Nikki's room and I've seen her watching some film on her planning period.
Up to bat for the Panthers. Number 13, 6.
you get the opportunity to watch a lot of games because a lot of people are live streaming now. We've had that opportunity to do it here, and we're successful at it. One's a count here.
Ooh. Trying to take out the first base coach over there with a good line drive.
We're looking to see if she could make a play there. She kind of threw a hand out, but she wasn't going to get the uniform dirty.
Pretty disappointed in that. Ann would have had it.
That's right. That's kind of the difference. I've watched Nikki over there. Nikki will try to get out of the way quite a bit, and I've done a couple baseball games over there this year. Pop ball to Allie Shepard, and I seen Michael Hill make a couple grabs on third base that were impressive. So
I don't know if it's instinct that takes over or the competitive nature of not ever wanting to let a ball hit the ground, but got to try to make a play on anything
right.
Close to you.
30. Kellogg.
Again, bear with us here. We're struggling. Elle and I are struggling with names. They give us a lineup. They didn't have any numbers on the batting lineup, so we're struggling a little bit here trying to. Allison, where are you going? It's a popsicle break for Elle, according to her. So she just walked off, and I said, "Where are you going?" "I'm going to get a popsicle."
Scoreboard doesn't matter at this point.
That's right.
Ooh.
Elson has her priorities.
It's in there for a high strike.
That's right. That's one of the things here. Nikki provides water and popsicles for the girls. So I see all the younger girls, probably yours included. That's the first thing they do. They eat more popsicles and drink more water than anybody here. So I got a 2-2 count on the batter, and that's a third strike.
Got her swinging. Another 3 up, 3 down for the Dragons.
All right, so as we go to bottom 2 here, Dragons went both times New Lexington's been up to bat, been 3 up, 3 down. As that confidence starts to roll a little bit, I've seen this game change all year long. The more confidence Fairland gets in them, and it's kind of stupid that I'm saying that, the better we get. But I feel like, they went 3 up, 3 down, 3 up, 3 down, and you're starting to see that confidence build a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. And other than, with the exception of the first couple games of the season, they had a few that off to a little bit of a slow start, but without a doubt, they're going to get the bats going.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They've been later in the game.
Next up to bat for Fairland, number 16, Jordan Spencer.
It's made for some high blood pressure problems and some pretty stressful games, but those games are fun to watch at the same time.
It has been. I think there was about a 3 or 4 game stretch that, if I'm not mistaken, Nikki was down at least 1, maybe 2, going into the 7th inning.
Yep.
I've been to probably 98% of her games here, and very nerve-wracking sitting up here running the scoreboard and to watch her come from behind.
Jordan went up to get that one high.
Next up to bat for the Dragons is going to be the left fielder, number 15, Haley Salmons. Need to kind of mention Haley's older brother, Tyler, playing.
Up to bat for Fairland, number 15, Haley Salmons.
Tyler's playing up at Salem. They won the West Virginia Athletic Conference, I believe it was. I believe that's the conference they're in, and they're now in the national tournament playing, I believe, starting this weekend.
Oh, wow.
And then her brother plays for the high school. He's a left fielder on the Dragons team.
And he just signed as well, didn't he?
Yes, he just signed with Salem also. So, you know, I'd be interesting to see if Haley tries to follow the brothers' footsteps and go to Salem.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it if she did. I think she'll end up somewhere. She's just got a lot of talent. I mean, all three of them are just good ball players.
I agree.
Next up to bat for the Dragons. Number 22, Sierra Lyon.
Sierra's pinch hitting here for Issa Talaferro. Issa usually bats in this spot. We see this quite a bit in the games with Coach Hayes. She'll bring Sierra in to pinch hit the first time up at bat and see what happened. Sierra's also got 1 home run on the season. She's got a game-winning hit up at Gallipolis. So she's got the ability to put the ball in play here, and she can give it a ride. Sierra's dad is the assistant coach at Marshall University. Her stepmom is actually the head coach over there. So I'm sure she hears a lot about softball and a lot about terminology when they are home and different things. Sierra moved in here like 6th or 7th grade. She's been a welcome addition to our school. I haven't found anybody that doesn't like her cheerful personality. She's a ball to be around. Great kid.
I mean, yeah, it's no surprise that she plays to come from that background and to be around it as much as she's been around it. And what they've done with the Marshall program this year is absolutely incredible. They are having a season for sure.
Right. I've seen record wins, 43, 44.
They might be at 44 now.
I know they went on the road and beat a big Virginia Tech team. And then, they hosted Montana Phelps. And
Sierra got into one over the right fielder's head.
Right
off
field.
The fence, sending her to 2 for a double with a stand-up double.
The big hit by Sierra, double. Coming to the plate, the catcher, McKenna Black.
Up to bat for the Dragons, number 8, McKenna Black.
Coming on the run is junior Kylie Bruce. Kylie is a all-high basketball player who decided to come out. We were down to state tournament in Dayton, and we were all eating breakfast there at the Holiday Inn, and Kylie and Bree Allen come down, and the first question when they walked into breakfast that morning is, should we play softball? And my wife and I were sitting there with 3 or 4 of the basketball coaches. We're all like yes, let's play. And I think Kylie and Bree, you'll see Bree down there. I don't know, you'll see her on the camera. Bree's the kind of the life of the dugout down there. She's probably got beads and lays and some funky hat on.
Off the pitcher's glove. Oh. Pass ball.
We're going to have a
run
scored on an error. That puts the Dragons up 1-0.
Looks like that throw might have got kind of in the hand.
Yeah.
Up to bat for the Dragons, number 9, Kaylee Sire.
Back to the top with
L's
Kaylee.
back to the top of the end. L's on another popsicle run. For those of you keeping track at home, I believe this is the second one. She may have come up here with one, but I know at least 2. My wife's going to be extremely happy. I think I got joined by Drew Clark. He probably brought her a 2-liter of Mountain Dew, too, to keep her all fired up. Diet.
Foul ball, 0-2 on Kaylee.
Kaylee just a little bit out of front of these pitches. It looked like that may have been a change up there. Try to throw her off a little bit on an 0-2 count.
Keep this 2-out rally going. Another run would be nice.
It's a high fly ball. That's trouble.
Another error. Did the shortstop drop that one?
Shortstop, yeah, E6.
Next up to bat for the Dragons. Number 00, Allie Shepard.
Yeah, that's one of the things. That ball was hit extremely high in the air. Way the sun kind of playing with it there. That was a hard one to catch. Kind of see, watching that pitch here, you can kind of see the frustration from the pitcher. That was she put some heat on that one a little high.
That one seemed a little bit faster than the rest of them.
Another high
That one
pop
seems
up.
a little high.
And
Dropped that one too.
Score
Another
one.
run in.
We've seen them have some difficulties now with those high pop-ups. That's another run for the Dragons. Fairland's up now up 2-0.
And that's the thing about this game. One error just seems to trickle down and the wheels can fall off quickly.
Got first and third situation here. And some speed on the base path here.
Up to bat for the Dragons. Number
Pass
4,
ball.
Katie Gehart.
Got the tag on her right before the plate.
Catcher makes a great play here behind home plate to get to the ball, throw it out to the pitcher, and tag. It just, that was textbook pass ball situation there.
I mean, that's a big backstop. I would have sent Kaylee too on that one.
Right.
Catcher and the pitcher both made a great play on it.
Not only is it a big backstop, the opportunity for that ball to go anywhere. I never see him just kind of come right back to the plate. So here we are in the top of third, Fairland up 2-0. Saw a couple runs that inning. Now you got to give Kaylee a little bit of breathing room. I'm not a pitcher. I'm up here with, see, I don't know, do much pitching.
Mic's on. Okay, now we're good. That mic was on.
Oh. Anyways, I don't know that did you do much pitching in high school or?
No, funny story. Senior league, Al Black thought he'd try to pitch me one game down at Chesapeake. Step on the mound and launched one over the press box, and that was the end of my pitching career.
Okay.
They kept me in the grass from
then
there on out.
So basically, they put you as far away from the pitching mound as possible.
Basically.
Just put you out there in the outfield. I get it. Utilize the speed. But I think you kind of relax a little bit now that you've got a lead behind you. You don't have to be as, quite to be as perfect.
I imagine it does give her a little bit of room. She can move some pitches around a little bit more.
Got number 6, Wachinski, up to bat here for the Panthers.
Number 6.
Bunt. Allie was on that one. She sent that one high. Good backup by Aubrey.
It was a good bunt there by Wachinski. Kind of an errant throw, but great backup by Aubrey Hayes so that she can only get to second.
Allie was on that ball quick.
Duper.
Up to bat, number 21, Duper.
Another bunt.
Bunt.
Kaylee got that one. That moved the runner over to third.
Up to bat for the Panthers, number 20, McCoy.
Like you said, it was a good bunt. Get the bunt runner over. Play a little small ball here. Try to get a run back in to answer the 2-run second.
Home runs are cool and all, but small ball is my favorite part of this game.
Oh, I agree. It just the mental part of how can we produce runs is what makes it fun. And a 1-1 count here on the batter. As we see there, she's kind of got a weird grip on the bat.
That's what
I
was
don't know that
just
I've seen that. Almost like a fist space between her hands.
So I happened to, I got home last night after our Little League game, and I was watching Stanford, and, they were playing somebody. And
I'm sure they just weren't out there playing on the field by themselves.
It was a purple and white team. But late in the game, one of the girls had this exact same grip and approach, and I was trying to wrap my head around it. And all I can really think is it gives that top hand a little bit more control, and it's more of a punch through.
Big strikeout by Kaylee. First out of the inning. They're going to be coming back up. They're going to be coming back up to the top. Or 2 outs. I'm sorry. Where? Allen.
Up to bat for the Panthers, number 33, Allen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize for the scoreboard that's down there at the bottom. If it's been off a little bit, my first night trying to do some commentary and keep up with the scoreboard and keeping count of Elle's popsicle count over here and everything. So just bear with me. We'll always have the score right, but now I don't know about the count, but the score we'll try to keep it correct. 2 strikes. Allen here.
No, you go ahead.
Maybe shoulder issue of some sort. I don't think I've ever seen it. It's not like a protective brace, I don't think. I don't know that I've seen that. You think it is a protective brace?
I think now the Empire needs that because he got hit.
I don't know. So have you seen that type
I've not
of
seen that
device?
as a protective thing. I mean, you see the elbow guards, a shoulder guard. It does look more like a stability type of device.
Yeah, I don't know.
Got jammed on that one.
It's one thing, at the Portsmouth game here tonight, Kaylee threw some inside stuff. Not saying that Portsmouth deliberately walked into a couple, but they were kind of hugging the plate the other night, and Kaylee was trying to get them back off the plate early because she will throw some inside heat.
Got into that one.
Come on, Haley.
Haley on the run. Made a nice grab in foul territory.
To end the threat by the Panthers.
Haley's fun to watch in the outfield. She's got so much speed.
She does. She's a long, lanky kid that just can cover a lot of ground out there. Kaylee puts in a lot of work. I know her dad, Chris. Chris is a great guy. We talk a lot. We've been around each other because we've have some friends in common and some different things. And the kids are always working, whether it's Tyler, it's Blake that's playing baseball now at the high school. Tyler's playing college up at Salem. They're always working. They're always wanting to get in the how can I get in the cage? How can I get out here and work? And that says a lot for the kids, and you've seen the improvement in all of them.
Up to bat for the Dragons, number 4, Katie DeHart.
And Katie DeHart up to bat for the Dragons, second baseman. She's played a great second base all year long for them. And she, at one time, I know she was leading in on-base percentage, I believe it was, and hitting percentage. Katie's got a great eye for the ball.
She does. She's just a good all-around ball player. She's been playing this game a long time. Hard hit third baseman.
Hard hit to third base, a little tough to handle. And Katie reaches.
Dragons, number 27, Katie Pruitt.
I promise, those of you who are listening live, Elle's stumbling over. This is like Elle's 20th game this year, and she's never done this up until tonight. I don't know, stage fright or what.
It's a playoff game.
It's a big time.
There's a lot on the table for this one. Of course she's nervous.
A little inside there, Katie getting out of the way.
Lost a kneecap with that one.
Yes, I know. Again, runner on. This is the part of the lineup we want with Pruitt.
Oh, nice play by the second baseman. Move the runner over.
Nice play. Now we got.
Up to bat for the Dragons, number 12, Kaylee Bell.
It's a good hard hit. Can't be mad about hitting the ball that hard.
Not only was a hard hit, that was a great play by the second baseman. We're not going to see a lot of second basemen make that play. I mean, that's a great play by her. Katie Bell up to bat for the Dragons. Low to the inside. I don't know whether I can't see. I'm looking over here to try to see the baseball scoreboard. I think it's still 0-0. I don't know that they've actually got started yet. Portsmouth was late coming in, so they may just now be getting started. I'll try to keep you updated with that score as we go. You can also kind of flip over and watch this one, the baseball game on YouTube here, IT Fairland YouTube also tonight. The Dragons are going for another conference championship. Michael Hill has done an outstanding job turning that program back around. Fairland was a powerhouse baseball program from the late 90s through the 2000s, early 2000s. In what Coach Snyder did, and Michael's tucked back over and turned it back into the powerhouse that it was. We got a 2-2 count on the batter. And as we talk about turning programs around, Sika, I know you and Nikki are very good friends. And Nikki had that vision from day one when they come back here to be the high school coach. And I kept telling her, just hang out, wait with me, and let me get you in the right situation. We were able to get her in that situation, and she's completely turned this program around in 2 short years. And I know you have a big hand in that. What do you got to say about Nikki being able to do what she's done?
Man, it's been awesome to watch. I mean, it was her goal. And, when I played, especially under Jim Bailey, our program was just lights out, rock solid. And to see it go downhill. Oh, sending her.
Want to get a run in?
Safe at second. Good hustle.
We get a run in there on a bobbled ball out in left field. Just looked like it was just kind of misplayed a little bit. We get a run in and go up 3-0.
But to see the program where it was the last couple years, just pretty disheartening. I mean, I bleed green, and softball is life, right? So,
yeah, it is.
To just see the program struggle, and wondering what can be done. And Nikki coming in and turning it around so quickly. I mean, it says a lot about her and just her coaching ability. I'm proud of her. I'm proud of what she's done. I'm proud of all these girls out here. They look up to her. They respect her. And I think it's just the beginning of a long era.
Right. Oh, I agree. Good hit by Haley Sammons. Unfortunately, right straight
to
her.
Center fielder. She didn't have to move much at all for that one.
Yeah. But apparently we've changed announcers over here, and Elle left. I don't know whether she went on another popsicle run or heck, I don't know. She may have went to. Yeah. We've added Drew Clark over here. He stared at the roster that whole time Haley was up. I don't.
I can't announce the position and the number, and I was just like, what sort of
Listen, the volunteers that I get around here sometimes are like, I mean, I don't even know the word for it.
Very, very questionable.
Wilson.
Is that her hip?
Yeah. At the top of the fourth, we got Fairland up 3-0 in a pretty good position here.
Leading off the top of the fourth for the Panthers, number 27, Burkhart.
That went a little bit smoother that time.
It did. We didn't have to. At least I didn't have to tell Drew how to pronounce the name. I think we're good on that. Again, Elle just had her 10th birthday. I can't.
You can't fault her.
I can't fault her. She's done an outstanding job for me up here all year, but she does get easily distracted by popsicles, and she's got a lot of friends here tonight. So that's for what I'm paying her, I guess, in popsicles. she worked a full shift for me. Burkhardt up to bat, left-handed batter. She's got 2 strikes on her. And that's one thing. Kaylee, being a veteran pitcher, she's kind of commanded the mound tonight. She's thrown some great pitches. She's had some good pitch selection. She's got a 2-0 pitch there, throws it out high and a little bit outside, trying to get her to reach, go after it. Foul ball. Do want to give a shout out to the Codgers. I would kind of talk to both of those guys. I was trying to get them to do some games for me, and Coach Harris, I think at this point in time, he's opening up pools, and Mr. Carroll's been kind of dealing with some things. His mom passed away here a couple weeks ago. Very fortunate. I wanted Sika to be able to come in and work the games, and she obliged in coming in and doing it. I wanted to try to put somebody with her besides me, because I'm just the athletic director that keeps score and things like that. But I want to give a big shout out to Dave Carroll and Jack Harris for all year long that they've done. They do football games for me. They do basketball games for me. So I do appreciate those guys.
Oh.
Foul ball. Full count still?
Still full. We didn't lose a pitch.
No, we did not lose it, did we? We did not. That's one thing, like, with softball. There's not really a huge pitch count. It don't matter whether you throw 40 or you throw 115, as long as you still have the energy to go do it.
You can do it.
That's right.
3 days in a row of 100-plus pitches.
Yeah. That's kind of the luxury, the good thing about, different arm motion. You don't see a lot of arm injuries and different things. You go over here to the baseball field, and it's, Michael and Greg are counting pitches, and everything counts. Foul balls, all that stuff. So, softball's a little bit easier rule-wise on that. Good high fastball for first out.
Next up to bat for the Panthers, number 18, Taylor.
One thing I will say about Kaylee, as you watch her on the mound, I watch her communicating a lot of times with her outfielders, her third baseman, second baseman, kind of putting them in spots. So she understands the game so well.
She does, and I mean that's the type of leadership that a team needs in that position as well.
I agree. You saw her there. This is their big bat coming up. She's got 8 home runs on the year. You saw her kind of directing the outfielders, hey, let's take a couple steps back. You see her kind of throwing some stuff up a little bit, trying to get her to chase.
Yeah, this is Taylor. Looks like she's put 3 out on the year so far.
Yeah.
Batting .444. That's impressive.
And you see that kind of that odd grip
Again,
on this one
yes,
too.
those hands are up there. That bat is straight up and down.
Now batting number 12, Wilson.
Now we say odd grip. Now maybe, I don't know. Let's see what this Wilson's got. Several home runs on the year too. Let's see if she's got that. It may be just what they're taught up there in, I believe it's Perry County. I believe is where they're at. I think that's what.
It's an Amish approach.
I think that's what I think that's what the news told me. It was Perry County Express. Is that the second strike? Second strike. We had 2 strikes, 2 outs here and Wilson up the bat. Foul ball.
Foul.
And Mom did not make the catch down there. You know, that was one of the things. We went and watched, Megan and I had the opportunity to go watch the Savannah Bananas up in Charleston the other night, or a couple weeks ago. You know, and they play by the rule, if somebody catches the foul ball, the batter is out.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
That's so fun.
I love that idea.
I mean, that changes the game completely.
Now, we were sitting right behind first base, about 7-8 rows up. The one foul ball come in our area, we were all scrambling. We weren't trying to catch it. We were trying to get out of the way of that thing. It comes screaming down the right field line there.
Got her on another high fastball.
Another K. But listen, it made the game so interesting. Now I know that a lot of people's like, oh, that's not real baseball. But just everything that they've done with the game, you know, you play, I don't know that, you know, people that are watching are familiar with the rules. Whoever wins the inning, you win, you know, the best out of 9. So whoever wins the 5 innings, you know, New Lexington scores 1, Fairland scores none, they win the inning.
They get a point.
You get a point for it. So, and just a lot of things they did. You could steal first. If it gets by the catcher and you want to steal first, you go right ahead. There's just so much. It was an exciting time for my family. I know Megan's not a huge baseball person, but she loved it. Now, we have taught her to keep the softball book this year.
Yeah, how's that going for her? I know she's a basketball bookkeeper.
She's a basketball
expert.
bookkeeper. She's watched a lot of YouTube videos. It's been pretty entertaining, especially you get Drew sitting beside her.
The Dragons, 1, Issa Calipari.
Because she knows just enough to be scary right now. And Drew sits beside her and tries to screw her up, tell her something weird. But no, she's picked it up well, and we appreciate it. Especially on those Saturdays that she's got to keep back-to-back
right.
games. So,
well, no, I think people like her, that's who the Savannah Bananas is for.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I love to just go watch an MLB game. I could sit there and watch 9 innings of a 1-0 ball game and love every second of it, but most people do not enjoy that. The Savannah Bananas makes it exciting for
Now batting number 8.
normal people.
I agree. You know, and both girls, they were on the edge of their seat the whole time, just laughing and having a great time. Those type of things, you know, those of you who haven't had the opportunity to go watch them, if they ever come back to town, try to get tickets if you can. It's a great evening.
I got in on the lottery, but I was not a lucky recipient.
We got really lucky. Timmy Cornwell, who I'm helping coach the older group, I guess they'd got in the lottery or something early, and he'd gotten 8 tickets. And so about 2 days before, he said, hey, I got 4 extra tickets. You and Megan and the girls want to go? Sure, heck yeah, I want to go.
Absolutely.
Because we weren't even lucky enough to get, at least you were lucky enough to get in the lottery. We couldn't even get in the lottery. A pop fly here. Center fielder. The center fielder has had a lot of work, but I think she's moved a total.
The Dragons, number 9.
Yeah,
She's moved a total of 2 steps.
two, maybe 3, but yeah, I mean they are right to her.
Leadoff batter, pitcher Kaylee Salyer's up to bat. Carl.
Nice line
through the
shot
hole.
in the hole.
Yep. Got a runner on first. 2 outs.
Making some noise with 2
Now
outs.
batting for the Dragons, number 00, Allie Shepard.
Allie Shepard up to bat.
Getting Allie back here to Fairland was one of Nikki's goals, and she is such a big contribution out there on the field, on defense and with her bat.
I agree. You know, Allie just a sophomore. She's turning into an outstanding player. She's a power hitter. Made the easy play. Shortstop makes the easy play.
Fielder's choice there by Short. Yeah, and the Shepherd blood runs deep in the baseball community, so now
yeah.
to get it in the softball.
You know, her grandfather, Terry, her uncle, Mike, who, now Mike will correct me, I'm sure if he watches this broadcast tonight, but I believe it was 26 home runs. I believe it was. He leads Fairland history in something. I've got it wrote down over at school, and I have to ask Mike every time I see him, and he's quick and he's on, and he tells me, I believe it was 26 home runs that he hit, or 26 wins, something. I can't remember what it is.
He was a pitcher.
He was a pitcher.
Maybe it's 26 wins. Maybe I'm giving him credit and calling Mike Shepard a power hitter. I don't know. Mike will probably take that too, but maybe it's 26 wins in a season or his career or something. But again, and then her father, Stuart, played here, went to Marietta and played. Her Uncle Jay played here, went to Marietta. So like you said, it does run in the family, and very good family too. I like a lot of.
Travis was a good ball player.
Yeah,
They're
Travis.
all just good ball players.
Travis is the only pitcher, maybe. Mike's told me this several times.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 14, Fink.
That one of the few. if
Mike's
not
just
the
a
only
walking stat book.
Yeah, he
So
is.
he is gonna correct you.
Oh yeah, he will. He's here. I'm sure he's here tonight. I talked to him the other night after the game, and I think Travis is the only one to not have a loss as a starting pitcher.
Wow. Impressive.
So he did start. Yeah, he did start. Yes. So, and he was on a heck of a, Stewart was in that crew, pitching crew. I can't remember. I know Travis, some of those guys, they were freshmen Jay and Travis were freshmen when I was a senior.
Oh,
Right
right over her glove.
Just over the outreach glove of Katie Pruitt there.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 30, Kellogg.
Courtesy runner, number 1.
I think that's the first hit. The only other base runner was on an error. That's her first hit of the day.
Bella Chevalier, it looks like, on the run.
Now running for the catcher, number 1, Chevalier. Chevalier. I'm going to say Chevalier in a second.
She offered. As a batter in that situation, you've got to get that bunt down.
Yes. Whatever it takes. I think I've heard the guy beside me here tell the kids, if you're supposed to bunt, it doesn't matter whether you have to jump or lay down on the ground. Make sure you get contact on the ball. Oh, Mark told me that? Okay. You don't bunt?
I sat her down looking. Yeah, Drew doesn't believe in bunting.
You're running the scoreboard and Mark's down here coaching. It makes a lot of sense now, right?
Or you got an end.
Oh, is that what it is?
Oh,
Trouble.
hard back to Kaylee. Move the runner over. I'm a firm believer of the bunt in the small ball game. I said it earlier. It's one of my favorite parts. We told our middle school girls, any one of them, 1 through 9, should be able to get a bunt down. I'm not beyond bunting my number 4 batter if it means getting a run across the plate.
And that's what it's about. And like you said earlier, everybody loves the glory of the home run, the triple or whatever. But to get that bunt, whether it's a sacrifice bunt or just to get runners over, is, that's part of it. I always use it as kind of like basketball terminology. Everybody says, I coached enough basketball, they come back in the locker room and go, I scored 30 points tonight. Well, that's outstanding. But we got beat because the person you were guarding scored 31 and you had 0 assists. So you got no one else involved in the game.
Yep.
So a bunt's kind of like an assist in basketball terminology.
When I got to college, my coach quickly, from day one, turned me into a slapper. I was so mad. I mean, I wanted to swing away. I wanted to hit it as far as I possibly could, and she turned me into a slapper. And now I have a completely different appreciation for slappers and bunting and that job. We don't see a lot of slappers around here.
We saw one, Ann and I were talking about it. Portsmouth the other night had a slap bunt, a slap hitter, and we were actually talking about the fact of that we really haven't seen anybody do that in a while. And because I said, is it still legal? Because I thought at one time they were talking about maybe, doing away with the kind of that stuff. But
Now batting for the Dragons, number 4, Katie Dehart.
Katie Dehart coming to the plate.
Like I said, there's such an emphasis put on home runs these days that they want people to be more power hitters. But I mean, I took one of our middle school girls, and she's fast as lightning, and from day one turned her into a slapper.
Yep. Inside corner there for a strike.
Got under that one a little bit. Second
That's trouble.
baseman had to
Oh.
run out and get that.
Now batting number 27, Katie Pruitt.
Katie at the plate. Like I said earlier, Katie's a senior here, one of the two seniors, her and Sierra. Katie is an outstanding player. She's an outstanding person, an outstanding student. Just to be around her makes you a happy person, because she's always giggly, always fun to be around. But she's also a great softball player and a great role model. My girls absolutely love Katie. We saw Katie over at the market the other night getting some ice cream, and both Yardie and Elle had to run up and give her a big hug, and it was reciprocated. She was ready to give them a hug too.
She's great with the little ones. It's going to be fun to watch her play at the next level.
I agree.
Four in a row.
Now batting number 12, Katie Bell.
Katie Bell's another one. I mean, her with the kids, the little ones just flock to her. She is so good with them and the pitching clinics.
Yardie loves her. She's all the time. She'll come home and she'll talk about Katie. Elle does too. I mean, it's the same way. So just wanted to talk about that situation you had there, Seeger, right before you. Those 4 straight balls to Katie Pruitt. Are you telling Katie Bell when she comes over, so listen, she's thrown 4 straight. Let's kind of put her bat on the shoulder and wait till she throws the first strike.
Absolutely. At this point in the game, there's been a little bit of struggle already, but after 4 in a row, take until she throws one. Make her throw you one.
Yeah. And I know that's tough for a high school kid to talk about and say, hey, listen, I want you to stand there and take that pitch, because everything they think's in their wheelhouse.
Yeah.
High school kids do, whether it's in their eyes or on their knees, but stand there and take it. If you get
When in any other situation, a good hitter is disciplined to know that you're looking for a first pitch strike. Got by the catcher. Katie's up easy on 2.
Looks like a baseball game maybe has started. I'm not for sure. They're still in the first inning. We got an out, but
Bouncer back to the pitcher. Move the runner over.
Now batting number 16, Jordash Spencer.
Drew calling out Jordash Spencer. That's one of Drew's favorite things to do, is just say off the wall names, get in the girls' heads.
She was still thinking about it in that pitch.
where have you guys been all season? I've been up here by myself all season long. Jerry Bell comes up here once in a while and checks on me, make sure we got everything going. And then I've been up here, well, with Elle, and her popsicle runs. So, it's great entertainment.
It's me. I bring them out, and you're welcome.
Well, I know, and you and Sika, I know you guys have been playing junior high. Had a great season. I kind of followed you guys when you guys would post scores and things, and I do appreciate everything. I know that's completely volunteer. Our junior high program's a little bit different. We don't have paid coaches. We're not school affiliated, so you guys kind of, that's an undertaking you guys have taken on yourselves that I appreciate as the athletic director and as a father of 2 daughters. You guys have kind of just picked up the ball there and took off, and I appreciate that for what you've done.
When Nikki got the position last year, she originally had asked me to help. It was kind of the plan all along. And my work schedule, I'm typically a 9 to 5er. It was going to be tough, but we were going to find a way to make it work. And maybe 2 weeks before the start of middle school season, it kind of dawned on him that, man, we really need to keep that middle school program solid and strong and make sure we're feeding this one. And Aubrey said, how about Sika coaches middle school?
Right.
And Nikki didn't even come to me with it. She made Aubrey present it to me, and I couldn't say no to her. So that's how it happened, and graciously volunteered to also help and keep me from having a nervous breakdown and doing most of it by myself. Mark was there last year, but Mark's always kind of on the run and flying in last minute, and he's got his hands in all the other pots in the area. So, and stepping in to help was a lifesaver, and we've had so much fun with the groups of girls that we've had come through in the 2 seasons we've done it.
Yeah. And I know that's the hardest thing to do as a head coach is to find people you trust to help you. And like people think, is that it? But yes, that's hard. And I know that, Ann fits in well with you guys and with Nikki and everything. So, again, thank you guys so much for keeping that up and going. And you've been successful, and you're getting better. So that's great.
I think Ann and I both being a product of, our senior league program that we had here, and then playing for Jim Bailey. I mean, we both have the same philosophies, and, I trusted her from the get-go with her ability to teach these girls. Painted the corner on that one.
That's the thing I've heard you mention several times, and the field's named after Mr. Bailey. I have the utmost respect for Mr. Bailey and what he did. Jared and I were the same age, went to school together, so I've been around Mr. Bailey my entire life. How much of his coaching influence do you think is still with you today? Maybe some things he said or some terminology he used?
Quite a bit. I'd say probably the one thing that I took from Mr. Bailey and maybe have mastered is the stare. He has this stare that if you do something wrong or even think about doing something wrong, it just takes a look and and that
takes up about 27 Burkhart.
Said more than a million words, and I feel like I've maybe almost mastered that look.
Yeah, that's good. It's funny. Mr. Bailey had took a couple years off from softball there, and Coach Harris and Doug Curry had coached him there for a couple years while Jared was in school, and Mr. Bailey come over and was the high school baseball bookkeeper. And my favorite story is we're out at Rock Hill, and Mr. Bailey's been on us a little bit because we're high school boys, and he's in the dugout with us. He was telling us to pay attention and quit screwing around. Somebody go get hit with a foul ball. And I don't know how many times he said this to us in the dugout. And he was getting kind of fed up with us. And he said, I'm telling you, one of you going to get hit. And the hit no more comes out of his mouth because he's turning looking at us. And kid from Rock Hill screams one down the baseline and just drills Mr. Bailey in the leg.
Oh, no.
and that stare come out. So I know what you're talking about there.
Oh, man. That is one of the other things. This game's fun. I mean, I love this game. But when you're on the field or you're in the dugout during a game, it's a no nonsense situation, and
Yeah.
I think that comes from Mr. Bailey. It was serious all the time, and has Mark been here the whole time? I think that's the first time I've seen Mark out there.
Yeah, he probably does. Mark probably does. He's got a weird. He parks back here at the back gate and just kind of comes in and. And that's one thing I have not seen. I haven't seen Mr. Bailey out again. Now, of course, I've been up here in the press box. He may be out there roaming around. But Mr. Bailey usually, especially good weather, I usually see Mr. Bailey out and here at the ball games. But I haven't seen him this year. But that doesn't mean he ain't been here. I mean, he may be.
Leading off the bottom of the sixth for the Dragons, number 15, Haley Simmons.
Unfortunately, this is the first game I've been able to catch live. Our schedules, we have to set our schedule opposite of theirs, and so we were away when they were home. We were home when they were away. So other than tuning in on Game Changer to catch the game after the fact or a rare away game, this is the first one I've seen live. This is my favorite spot to be in a quarter, 2-0.
A 3-1 count here. This is one of the things where you got to be protective, but if you don't like the pitch, you can just let it go by.
You have to be selective.
Yeah. Good eye there by Haley.
Got some good speed on to lead it off.
Out batting number 22, Sierra Leone.
Made Nikki stutter a little bit. I'm not sure why she was surprised by it.
Listen, I'm glad it's the last game because we're probably none of us are, even though I'm the athletic director and I got to be here, probably none of us are getting invited back.
I figured this would be a first and a last.
Yeah, so between now and next March, hopefully Nikki forgets about this a little venture tonight and lets us do it again next year sometime.
I told her I was shocked that she even agreed to let me do it. She was in our dugout one game earlier in the season, and I'm known to talk a little bit.
A little bit? Okay.
I say words pretty regularly, and Nikki looked at me and said, Nikki looked at me and said, sometimes I think you forget you're not a commentator and you're actually the coach. And so I was surprised that she agreed to let me do this.
Well, I don't know as much as she agreed as I just called her and said, hey, we're doing the game live. We're going to have some commentary. We've been streaming all year, but I said, we're going to have some commentary tomorrow. She's like, oh, well, that's cool. Who is it? And I said, I asked Sika. I said, I'm going to get somebody to be with her. I said, may I ask Drew? May I ask Ann? And she just started laughing and hung up on me. So I don't really know whether that was like okay or you're out of your mind. I don't. So I did tell her I would try to tame it down a little bit and do it with you guys.
This is as tame as it gets. Now Sierra will have to stay in at first since she re-entered, right?
Correct. So Issa will be considered a dead player.
Dead player.
I mean, that's the terminology. It's bad to say that, but that's the terminology that's used. She's, See
if Sierra can get into another one here. Hard hit to second. Right
Run
spot to move the
scores?
runner in.
Mackinac Black.
McKenna Black up to bat for the Dragons. Catcher. McKenna has, over the last season, she's become nobody on right now, but McKenna's become a very good bunter. I think it was something that she just did not want to do at all last year. And this year she's bunted several times and was successful at it. Oh. Thought she'd tuck that one to the thigh, but baseball team must be
I think they're just
starting
getting
now.
started over there, sounds like.
Or Leonard Skinner has
Set up stage.
set up stage on the pitching mound. One or the other, I'm not for sure. Portsmouth was having some bus issues, and so about an hour or 12 minutes later, they're ready to go. 4 straight. Segan, we talked about this earlier. Is Kaylee, hey, listen, that's 4 straight. You may want to be kind of stand there and look at the first one and see what happens. As we see a little visit to the mound.
Now batting number 9, Kaylee Salyer. No more Carla, got you on.
Oh, Carla.
I tell you the funny thing, field looks great. Kevin Gerald down there. Kevin is the fix-all guy. We've been all season long. We've been kind of trying to change where our cameras are for live stream, and Kevin's always come to us and got ideas and how to fix things. I mean, this guy, I honestly believe he could. The old Johnny Cash song, "One Piece at a Time." I believe that Kevin could drive around and find just little pieces of things and put it together and make something. I mean, it's crazy the stuff that he's done for Nikki and he's made and he's come up with here. I can't thank him enough. Kevin takes care of the field. I mean, it looks
He does.
Looks
It looks
great.
It looks better than it's looked in probably ever. That seemed a bit up there and out there.
strike out there. Now
Almost doubled him up.
Now that double lot, Alex Shepard.
Alex Shepard up to bat. Yeah.
That's what my dad used to say in basketball, double up buckshot.
I said that about maybe taking a pitch, and after that, I think she threw 4 straight strikes.
She did.
She must have heard me talking about her.
Just
McKenna
enough of a
Horton
bobble to
second.
move McKenna over.
Now, see, I can't remember. You graduated from the old high school, so you did not play on this field, correct?
Correct. This field was built the year after 2000. Yeah, so these used to be.
Yeah, this was the Little League boys field. It's where I played Little League baseball.
It's a good
The
place.
dugouts were in the ground. They were great unless it rained. Then not so good unless you had a
Did they
kayak.
flood out?
Yeah. So you played on the softball field over there where where you're
Where
parked at right now.
where the school is.
Where the school is?
Yep.
Well, yes. You had the random 5 telephone poles.
We knew one day they were
One day you were
coming. One day
gonna-
they were coming.
One day they were coming.
Still not there yet.
Poles are gone. They done rotted off.
It was the same field that we played Little League and Senior League on, and so it wasn't anything exciting. I think coming and getting to then play on the high school field, like these girls, they start on Little League. Now, luckily, our middle school girls are getting to play on it, but there's just something special about having a different field dedicated just to you and your team.
And what's interesting about it is, I say that you didn't play on this field, but technically, other than the dugouts, everything else you kind of played on because they just took the fence from over there, brought it over here, put it back up, and that was the second time it was moved. It was somewhere else before that. And at that time, I know it was Al Black, Tim Hamlin, Doug Curry, and those guys just said, all right, we're going to move the field over there. We'll just bring the fence with us.
Resourceful.
Yeah, so here in the
Batting number 18, Taylor.
top of the 7th. You know, Sig, I'm going to put you in New Lexington's coach's shoes right now. Top of the 7th, you're down 4.
You don't want.
What are you saying?
I mean, exactly what he said. I could hear him up here. He was loud. He's in their face. Preaching. You got to show us right now how bad you want this. And it is now or never, do or die. And
Yeah, because we're in a win or go home situation.
you put everything you have on the line.
You know, I can remember Coach Snyder telling us we were in these situations, you'd be down. And one of his big things was don't swing until you get that strike. You know, don't go up there and swing at something stupid and give them an extra strike. Don't swing until they throw something across the plate. And I can remember that. But still, we were all up there. He'd be so mad down there on third base because we were all up there hacking, cutting. Like you said, we were all going to hit that home run and get us back in the game. And, you know.
Well, that's funny you mentioned that. That's anytime we've ever been down, it's what I tell my girls. It's one swing is not going to win this game.
Right.
5 base hits in a row is going to change it. So don't get up there and try to be a hero. Get up there and put a ball in play. See what happens. Way to hang, Sierra.
Nice play by Allie Shepard there. Good catch by Sierra. What'd you call her? Sierra Leone? Sierra Leone. Sierra Lions there at first base to go up and get that.
Number 12, Wilson.
Dragons are now 2 outs away from a sectional championship. Last time that was 2006. The last time the Dragons won the conference, 2006. So it's been a while since we've been to that district tournament. Don't want to jinx that, but, you know, we're at least headed in the right direction.
We are, and it's such a young team. I mean, there's no reason this shouldn't be the norm for quite a few years to come.
I agree. You know, as I look out, you know, Elle was up here announcing with us and eating popsicles. So she's traded us for the rock wall over at the Fairland West Playground. Now, I'm going to say this in a nice, joking way. Probably the 3 boys that are over there probably are a little bit more mature than Drew and I. So that's probably why she went over there.
Without a doubt.
So.
You know what's not over there is free popsicles.
That's right.
Right.
But now she'll come back and get a free popsicle. That's right. She knows where those free popsicles are, I guarantee you. Or she probably took a handful with her, knowing her. She's been resourceful. 2 strikes, 1 ball here on.
I like their helmets.
You want to come broadcast a 50-70 baseball game?
No. Is Alan going to be there for the? You going to be umpiring? Okay, I'll come play 3 blind mice and. Hey, one blind mouse. My bad. No, it's okay. Are you wearing that 6X face guard that you have down there too? That the umpire mask.
Some of that gear is a little bit oversized down there.
I don't use the community.
You don't use the. It's been in the river the last 3 times it's been in.
So Drew has his own official uniform. Is the thing. He is.
Is it a blue shirt too? So when we holler, so I'm gonna come down and holler at you. Come on, Blue. Like you know who I'm hollering at, right?
He does actually wear the blue.
You do. What's the number on the sleeve? Are you that official that you have a number on your sleeve?
No.
Okay.
I do have a number. Never put it on there because I don't really want to do that many games.
Oh. Got her swinging. Close play. Good
Ooh.
call, Blue.
That was a very close play. Probably the right call. Blue made the right call down there. Now, if Drew was out there, we'd be arguing. We may argue a little different, but William Jordan.
Drew would have taken a few extra seconds, held his fist up, and yelled safe.
Yes. Or played rock, paper, scissors with a base runner to see if she was.
Oh, that one. Oh, that one's down. Oh.
Little sticky situation here. New Lex has got 2 on, 1 out in the top of the 7th here, down 4-0.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 30, Kellogg.
I'm going to kind of come in. Some of the infielders going to come in, calm Kaylee down a little bit. It's kind of like the scene from Bull Durham when Newt was having issues with his girlfriend. Have a little talk here at the mound.
Oh, gosh. Just a little huddle like that, even though it's nothing long, it's enough to get in a batter's head and maybe slow the momentum down, break this attempt at a rally up.
And that's good to see. Teammates kind of sense, hey, we're in a big situation here. Let's come in and talk to you a little bit and just calm you down, let you know, hey, we got your back. Give it to them, let them put it in play. We got your back here. Ball high. Kind of a late steal, but it was successful. I think it caught us sleeping a little bit there.
Oh, the brick dust got her.
Oh.
It's the brick dust.
Brick dust got her. Oh yeah.
The brick here, it's a little bit.
She's gonna.
A little bit big, a little bit thick.
Yeah.
It can tear it up. I tried to show my middle school girls how to slide, and I had pants on, went full speed, still tore up my thigh like no other.
Like. We're not going to talk about how old you may be, Sika, but did you not think this is a bad idea before it started? No.
That thought rarely ever enters my mind with anything.
Strike one there.
It's just the approach I take at coaching. I feel like if I'm going to ask them to do it, I should be able to do it, and I will always demonstrate if there's any confusion.
Here's the thing, I like that approach. I do love that approach, and I love that my coaches do that. But I know for a fact, when you went home that night, you were thinking, you probably even told Mike, this was a bad idea, and why did I do it?
Well, the funny thing, because I did the exact same thing last year, and
so you've done this not only this season, you've done it 2 years in a row.
So I walk in, I pull it down. I was like, got me another strawberry, and he was not surprised.
2 outs. Runner on first and second.
Now batting number 6, Wasinski.
I'm sure Nikki's kind of telling her from the dugout, listen, concentrate on the batter. Let's get the batter here and get the third out. Let's go play in Athens on the 15th in the district semis. Probably going to be Hillsboro is who they're going to face. I believe. I'm not 100% sure. I should have printed those brackets off today and did not. Hillsboro. I would say Hillsboro is a very good team. They have split with Union Odo.
There we go, out number 3.
They split with Union Odo this year. Union Odo is a team that beat us in a doubleheader to start out the year, 2 of Fairland's losses. Again, Fairland will travel to OU Athens on the 15th, and they'll play the second game of the 16th. It's 15th or 16th. I thought it was the 15th was district semis and district finals was the 16th. Anyways.
I think 15, 16.
No, not OU Proctorville, but OU Athens is where the next game we're going to play Hillsboro. Will be the second game of the night. And so there's not a true start time. The first game is going to start at 5, and then this will be a rolling clock. So I think it's 30 minutes after after the first ball game, our game will start. I got Ann here looking at the calendar and stuff.
The 16th.
The 16th?
Yes.
All right. So it's the
It
16th.
says 5:30 on the bracket.
Really?
I thought it was to follow.
It said, on the first one, it said roll. That one says 5:30.
Yeah.
Okay. No, so is 5:30 on the 16th. So they have adjusted that bracket a little bit.
I haven't looked at it since last week. I screenshot it and
I looked at on actual HSA, not the one that it's.
Right. Okay, so it's saying 5:30 start will be the second game that night at OU. Here we go, Ian. As I stand corrected, I'm sure that she'll tell Drew that he was wrong a couple times today, too.
I've been wrong.
We've been wrong?
Once.
Okay.
Once.
But again, first sectional championship for Fairland as we wrap things up since 2006. Undefeated OVC champions. I can't say enough about what Nikki's done and her staff and the players. The players have been outstanding. Sika, anything you want to add before we sign off here?
no, thank you so much for having me. This was fun. As nervous as I was, I tried to keep my comments at a minimum and not say anything that would embarrass Drew. But no, this was fun to watch and be part of it. And I just can't wait to see what happens next week. And like I said, the program should be at this level for many years to come.
I agree. We're going to try our best. Jerry and I are going to try our best to maybe be able to broadcast the game up in Athens. We've got to see what high school regulations are, and also if OU has the ability for us to get on internet and to be able to broadcast from up there. So just kind of stay tuned to our social media blast this week and see if we're able to cover that game. Again, it's going to be on 16th at OU at 5:30. Again, that's probably going to be playing Wheelersburg. Dragon Nation, we appreciate everything, and thank you very much. And hopefully we'll see you back here on the 16th. Again, you may want to tune in to the baseball game. It looks like it's in the 3rd inning. It's on the other IT Fairland channel. Again, good night, Dragon Nation.